hard as I come. Busting in your line, cracking helmets in. I bring the pain, so what you gon' do? Stand there and just get shook out ya. So clean out your locker, I'm out to get ya. Cause I just popped ya. You can't take the pressure. You might as well quit cause you just can't last. Mad in 2000, put your face in the grass. And your pride in the dirt, so put on a skirt. If you come on the field and don't wanna get hurt, just bruise and be in all black and blue. And it's been like that since Madden 92.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to BBNN Sports News, coming straight to you from Tampa, Florida. Sorry for the delay over the weeks. I've had a bunch of stuff to do, been caught up in life. I'm sure a lot of you know what that's like. So I want to apologize for taking so long for the people who've been waiting and asking me to post up stuff, because I know a lot of issues have been going on, and people want to talk about certain stuff. So everything straight. So let's talk about the overall preseason for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I say about a C, C minus. I say that because I felt like we were working out the fundamentals, because we have a lot of rookies on the team. We got a lot of new faces, and we were working on doing things right, not messing up, instead of executing plays. Like, for example, if you get to see the Ravens and the Lions, the way they got, the way they were executing plays and going out and doing what they do as if they were already like the extension of the playoffs, because both of them were in the playoffs. I believe the Lions won. Did the Ravens make it? So in my opinion, that's what I said about a C minus, only because of that. The offensive line play wasn't too good. Like, again, with the O-line play, we can't do nothing if we don't establish things on the O and the D line. Like, if you know me, I always say the battles are won on the offensive and defensive scrimmage. The line of scrimmage battle is where you win games. If you pressure the quarterback, especially in this scheme, with you have to getting a piece of that tight end, releasing into that cover two, and getting up under those passes, creating arc passes or overthrown passes so the safeties can get picks. The pressure is important, because if not, you're just going to hit those seams in that cover 2D. Arthur Verner's been looking sharp. I'll give it to him there. He's been balling out. He's been a man of his word. I watched him too since he was in Tennessee. I'm glad we got him. Braineron is his nickname. I know I talked about or bragged about not having injuries, and then here we go. We got Damar Dotson out for the 7 weeks with the preseason, where you put him on half-season IR now. I don't know if it was originally it was 4 weeks, I believe, 4 to 6 weeks with the injury, and that was at the beginning of the preseason, so it would have been up to week 1 or 2 he would have been out, give or take how bad the injury is. Like, I don't know if this means we're just going to put him up to week 7 because we got the tackle, Shazis or whatever his name is from the Colts, the right tackle, or because he's hurt that it's because he's hurt that bad. Pardon me, I've got the burps. He's hurt that bad and he needs to sit out for 7 weeks and health up and finish off the season strong. Or we're doing it for roster moves because we need to improve in other places. I don't know. I'm not in the front office dealing with those issues, but I'm thinking it's going to be one of those two. But and Damar Dotson was a guy I always watched when I first came to Tampa, the undrafted free agent, Southern Miss basketball player, like Jimmy Graham. Yep, Southern Miss basketball player. He had good feet, an adequate offensive lineman for this league, for this team. He just falls by the wayside because he's been on a whole line that's been bad for a couple of years, and we got to get it right. We got to right the ship, seize the day is what the new slogan is. Preseason injuries. There's been a lot of preseason injuries this year. I mean, the amount of injuries has been too damn many. And I'm talking about, it's disappointing, not just for me, just for everybody's fans. I mean, first and foremost, I'm a football fan. I play football, I watch football, I love football. So I like players in other teams, and I like watching good games and good battles. I like football as a whole, not just the narrow-sided Buccaneer fan. I like everything all together, and it kind of hurts, like when you see the Packers missing Jordy Nelson and Randall Cobb. That's funny, it's Jordy Nelson. Jordy Nelson was Josh Freeman's quarterback at Kansas State. If y'all didn't know that, no Jordy. That was his go-to man. Everybody's got to have stories somewhere. They start from somewhere, right? Um, I want to say my player to watch this year would be Adam Humphries. Adam Humphries balled out not just in that one. I think he'll have a significant part in the kick return game. I think he should do well. The way he plays slot receiver, I ain't going to say like Wes Welker. Wes Welker's a different kind of breed. But I'll just say he played well, and I hope he keeps that up and does well for us in the kick return game and then the slot receiver game. I said there's two cuts that also surprised me with the preseason. One was Kasim Green, and then the other one didn't surprise me was Daquan Bowers, overweight defensive lineman we picked up in the second round. Never turned out to be anything. Greg Schiano kept him over Michael Bennett, our leading sacker that year. Oh, God, he pisses me off so much every time I think about that. But Kasim Green, he was a player I watched from Rutgers, a safety turned to linebacker, can move well into the coverage. I just thought it was surprising. So, Kasim, I was pulling for you. Appreciate that 98-yard interception in the last preseason game. Let's talk about the kicker position. Adam Barth, UNC guy. I thought Adam Murray was good. I thought he was doing a good job. I guess not. I ain't been there this offseason. But Brzezinski or whatever from the Lions, I'll get your name right, trust me. From the Lions, it was sad to see a UNC get a player like Connor Barth go. We still got Bruce Carter, but it was sad to see him go. But as it goes, best man will play. Oh, God, and let's get to my favorite. Deflategate, Tom Brady. This man had the nerve to say, I feel sorry for the ball boys. If that ain't a further slap in the face of I got away with something I did wrong, I was caught doing wrong, and I got lucky because the NFL commissioner isn't coherent enough to make up rules or try to establish a penalty system where if you're taking the federal court or the Supreme Court or the appeal process, you'll be able to sustain it in court. And I don't know all the logistics with the NFL. I'm just talking about standard court issues when you go to the Supreme Court and appeal things. Talking about he didn't say, the way it sounds, it was like a mockery. They come out laughing like it was a joke, because it is a joke. If you can't secure integrity, then what are we doing this for? What are we doing? And Patriots fans, if you want to say that every team cheats, the next time you get cheated out of something, I want you to say that next line. I want you to say that. I want you to say everybody gets shot. I want you to say everybody gets robbed. I want you to say everybody gets raped. Don't when you get cheated out of something, or when somebody cheats the system, it pisses me off, because you took advantage of something and you benefited from it. You got to play in the Super Bowl. You benefited. You got your draft picks this year. Mind you, you lose next year's, but you got this year because the NFL suspension system, whatever you want to call it, legal system, penalty system, punishment, spake your bottom system, whatever one works for you, go with it. It's so inadequate. He got to walk. So now it was so inadequate that Greg Hardy says he's going to appeal his 4-game suspension for beating that woman's ass and having weapons, and then she don't even show up for court because it's dismissed, and it went from 10 games to 4 games because, again, it was an inadequate punishment process. And now he's talking about appealing to 4 games because we can't secure that somebody's got in trouble for integrity issues gets to walk free. But Greg Hardy and others like Josh Gordon who smoke weed are serving a year suspension, banned from the game for however long, and in integrity issues. The most important thing is integrity, because you got people who believe that the Patriots were given the Super Bowl after 9/11 because it was patriotic and it's something that people should move by. You got people who believe that. So now you got things that people are cheating in games and getting away with it. Mind you, you didn't need to cheat to win the game because LeGarrette Blount beat the Colts by himself, but why do it anyway? And then try to say you feel bad for the ball boys? Just don't say nothing, dude. Don't say nothing. You got away with it. You've been getting away with it. And I used to support you guys because you used to win with nothing. I ain't going to say nothing. Let me take that back. You used to use players in your system that work well and turn them into all-stars. You made bad players average. You made average players good. And you make good players great. That's what coaches do. That's what great players do. You elevate other players that are lower than you to an upper level to win Super Bowls. I used to admire that. But the whole Spygate thing and all this cheating stuff, and if you say, well, if it was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you would feel different. No, I wouldn't. Just like when Aaron Hernandez was sitting outside the prison, and you talking about Free Hernandez, this dude's a murderer. I don't care if he played football for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's a freaking murderer. It don't matter. Where's your morals at? Where's your integrity at? And if that was, we'll just use Jameis Winston out there cheating, I wouldn't support it. I would sit there and watch the news. I would watch his actions of it. It's like I did for the Florida State thing. I watched that heavily. And to find out the girl was in it just for the civil suit, you get drunk, you feel bad about it, and you want to say somebody raped you. You know how many cases that's happening? And I'm not dogging it to the people who actually been in these cases and they get acquitted because of BS. I say, man, you want $7 million to just say you'll walk away? Come on, man. Not the fact that you want this man to sit in jail because he raped you. You talking about you give me and my lawyer $7 million, we'll walk away. Does that sound like somebody that was really raped? You can take it either way. You can say the fact that he was in it. I feel bad for any man that's been accused for rape and it didn't really happen. Like the kid that the Falcons tried out, sat in jail for 6 years, was not accused. Let me take it back. He was convicted of rape and lost 6 years of his life to find out the girl was lying. But she's not going to do no time. And you got Big Ben. I acquitted him of it the first time with the girl in the hotel, and the other girl did the right thing. You did the right thing. You came forward because the girl told you she was lying. You wrote a statement, and she got off. And Ben got off of that. He started social suspension, what I thought was kind of dumb because the girl lied. I mean, I ain't knocking him if he's gonna have sex with girls. There's nothing in the rule book in the league that says he can't. He can't help that these girls come through and try to have vindictive ways and try to hurt him. But now I don't support it, and I don't like Big Ben with the whole locking the girl in the bathroom with you and having an off-duty cop stand outside the bathroom and keep everybody out. I don't support you for that. I do not like Big Ben. I like the Steelers. The Steelers didn't do it. Big Ben did it. The Steelers weren't in the club. Big Ben was in the club. That's the difference when I don't like somebody. I don't like everything. He was an individual, made that choice. Now he wants to be married and be that. I still don't forgive you because I know about you out there in Miami of Ohio as well with all these similar charges. But if you can't, let me get back on it. If you can't secure the integrity of the league, then you're wasting your time with anything else. You got Josh Gordon out there catching the pass. I can put you in this new Cadillac DeVille. Let me catch this pass and deliver this great price on this Cadillac DeVille. I play for the Browns, by the way. Not a lot of seasons, but I play for them. And I can put you in a new Cadillac DeVille. Let me get off of that. But y'all, I'm sorry for taking so long. I'm sorry for being short. I got more stuff to go over. Week 1's coming up. I'm going to be in Houston for the Week 2 game. Hey, be in Houston, Texas. If you're out there, hit me up. I have some videos and some shots from out there. So I appreciate you guys waiting and being patient with me. Let me know what you think about the intro I created. I'm going to give that credit after CP. And I'm sorry, CP, that I had to talk about the Patriots, but they cheaters. I'm out. Oh, remember, everything you do in your life, you're the master of.